All right, sixth graders, you're going to be retaking your Unit 1 test. All of you are retaking it for various reasons, so I'm going to go ahead and get you set up. You will need a sheet of paper, a pencil, earbuds, and your device. You're going to use a sheet of paper to show your work and keep track of your answers. Here's some tips for test taking. Shop the test. That means start with the questions that you know how to do. Number 2, show as much work as you can. The more work you show, the less likely you are to make silly mistakes. Number 3, triple check that each answer is bubbled in. Blank answers are wrong answers. And number 4, use the recording to your advantage. Pause it in between questions and rewind to hear things as often as needed. So here we go. Which point on a number line represents 25%? Use a fraction decimal percent chart to help you figure out the equivalent forms of this percentage. That will also help you figure out where it would be located on the number line. Number 2, a bag of marbles contains 15 blue marbles and 25 green marbles. Which decimal represents the fraction of green marbles in the bag? There's 15 blue, 25 green. Which decimal represents the fraction of green marbles in the bag? The part of blue is 15. The part of green is 25. The whole you'll have to figure out. So look for the fraction of green to total. Plug them into the fraction decimal percent conversion bar, and that will help you find your answer. You should also be asking yourself, how do I turn a fraction into a decimal? Number 3, a survey of 200 students was taken to vote on a school color. The circle graph below shows the results of the survey. 16% voted red, 49% voted green, 18% voted blue, and 17% voted orange. How many students in the survey voted for blue? There were 200 students for 18%. So how many voted for blue? Is over of equals percent over 100. This sentence stem will help you. Blank percent out of blank students said that blue is their choice of color. Number 4, Miss Marco's class had been assigned a 120-page book to read at home. Miss Marco asked the students how much of the book they have each read. Some of their answers are shown in the table. Dylan, 20% of the book. Carla, the first 20 pages of the book. Nevaeh, 24 over 120 of the book. Shannon, 0.24 of the book. Which of the two students have read the same amount of the book? 120 pages for the book. Which two students have read the same amount? Use a fraction decimal percent chart to help you organize the information. Dylan at 20%. Carla, you'll have to read down on hint number 1 to help you fill that in. First 20 pages out of 120 equals 20 over 120. Nevaeh, 24 over 120. And Shannon has a decimal of 0.24. The second hint I can give you is it's much easier to compare decimals to decimals than all other numbers. Number 5, on a recent trip, Carlos's car used 7/8 of a tank of gasoline. Which decimal and percent represent this amount? 7/8, decimal, and percent. Use a fraction decimal percent chart to find the equivalent conversions of this number. Ask yourself, how do you turn a fraction into a decimal? Number 6, Sheila bought a box of 25 headbands. When she arranged the headbands by color, she saw that 6 were green, 5 were red, 10 were blue, and 4 were pink. What is the percent of blue headbands that she bought? 25 headbands, 6 green, 5 red, 10 blue, 4 pink. What percent of blue? Part green is 6, part red is 5, part blue is 10, part pink is 4. What is the whole or the total? The following sentence stem will help you solve this problem. What percent of the total is blue? Number 7. Arturo is learning how to write. He wrote a note to his mom but misspelled 13 words. If he misspelled 25% of the words he wrote, how many words long was his note? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on your answer document. Be sure to use the correct place value. He misspelled 13 words, which is 25%. How many words long is the note? Is over of equals percent over 100. The part that is misspelled is 13. We know that 13 is 25%. So what is the total? Number 8. There are 11 girls and 14 boys in Mrs. Smith's 4th grade class, as shown in the model below. The B represents boys, the G represents girls. Which of these shows the percent of students that are girls? 11 girls, 14 boys, percent of students that are girls. Part girls, 11. Part boys, 14. The whole. Use a fraction decimal percent chart to find the equivalent conversions for this number. Number 9. Meredith plays softball. She gets a hit about 35% of the time. Write this as a fraction. 35% as a fraction. Use a fraction decimal percent chart to find the equivalent conversion of this number. All right, 6th grade, rewatch each question as many times as you need to. Remember to take your time and record all of your answers into the online document. Thanks.